The fate of a man accused of sex crimes against 3 separate children over the course of around 18 years is now known. A jury set that punishment in 78th District Court today.
The Wichita County jury of 7 women and 5 men unanimously agreed to send him behind bars for the rest of his life. Josh Hoggard is walking us through the trial with the man who prosecuted the case. Josh.
Guys, after pleading guilty to the first-degree felony offense of sexual performance by a child on Tuesday, 63-year-old Daniel James Green was given the maximum sentence of life in prison by a jury on Wednesday. First Assistant District Attorney Dobie Kossab prosecuted Green's trial, and when we spoke after the jury's decision today, he didn't hold back.
He was a creep. He exuded a strangeness. He was jovial, mild-mannered, and yet there was a sense of darkness to him.
It wasn't just the demeanor of convicted child sex offender Daniel Green that rubbed the man who prosecuted his trial the wrong way.
He even drove a white van from place to place.
First Assistant District Attorney Dobie Kossab said it was how Green worked his way into the lives of his 3 victims over the course of 18 years.
He took people in. He cajoled them. He duped them. He manipulated them. Not just his victims, the parents of his victims.
And then there's what happened during the trial, and more so what didn't happen.
He didn't say he was sorry. He did not apologize to the victims who were in the courtroom. All he talked about was the impact it had had on his life, how he had gone into debt trying to woo them. It made me sick.
But thanks to those victims taking the stand against Green, Kossab said they got their power back.
Those girls that came and testified are heroes. Their strength came through. You couple that with the hard work of the Wichita Falls Police Department, it made the jury's job very, very simple.
It took roughly half an hour for the jury to agree to the maximum sentence for Green, securing yet another conviction of a child sex offender by the DA's office. But Kossab said it's not about the scoreboard.
I don't put notches on my belt. All I hope for is that those victims receive some amount of justice.
It's about giving a voice to the victims of unthinkable crimes.
I cannot undo what these people do to them, but I want to give them something, some place to start for some healing.
And about ensuring our children can feel secure in this place that we call home.
It's not about me, it's about them, and it's about this community that is willing to stand up and try to take back what those monsters steal from those precious children.
Now, if you'd like more details on this case, including the charges against Green and Kossab's response, as well as any of the other ongoing cases with hearings or trials coming up in our area, you can head over to our website, Texomashomepage.com.
All right, Josh, thanks so much for that report. Green won't be eligible for parole for 30 years when he is 93 years old.